Hi everybody, this is our Conduction Lab. I just want to show you what we've got set up. I've actually got 3 thermometers hooked up into our system this time. It only shows 2 right there, but you got your 3 over here. Thermometer 1, 2, and 3, and they're all roughly at the same temperature right now starting out. And here's what those thermometers are hooked up to. They're hooked up to just this little metal bar, and this would be thermometer 1, this would be thermometer 2, and this is thermometer 3. And in a minute, you won't see this, but you will hear it. I'm going to take my blowtorch right here, and I'm going to put the flame just very much on the end right there. I'm not going to put it on any of the thermometers there. I'm just going to replace it right on the end, and you'll probably be able to hear that on the video once I fire that up. But that's what I'm going to be doing, and that's what you're going to be watching the temperatures on right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start collecting our data, and you're going to see the thermometer lines come out. You'll see a red, a blue, and a green one. They'll be easier to see here in a moment because they're all kind of together right now. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put the heat on starting just about now. You'll be able to hear it in the background probably. There goes my torch, and I'm going to hold it right at the end of the bar. All right, I'm turning my torch off because we've seen what we need to see. And if you look at the graph, you can see that all 3 of our thermometers show a rise in temperature. So heat has traveled to all 3 thermometers. Now, they didn't do it evenly. The red one is the one that's closest to the flame. That's probably not surprising you guys that that went up the earliest and the highest. The blue one is a little bit further from the flame. It went up, but it didn't go up as quickly or as high. And the green one is the farthest, but it still went up. So we had hot going to cold throughout this whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. And I'm going to go over here for a minute so we can talk a little bit more about what's going on. Now remember, I only heated up that little end of it. That's the red line that got a lot warmer, or got the warmest the quickest. Then this one got the second warmest the second. So basically the heat from here was traveling all the way up through this bar, because the cold on the bar is anywhere that's not on the flame. The flame is the hot part. Remember, hot goes to cold, and that means the hot part of this metal is going to go to the cold part. Well, the question is how does it do that? And a really good little model is a Newton swing, because a Newton swing behaves very much like a solid being heated. And think of this Newton swing, think of the balls on the Newton swing as the metal bar that we just heated up. Now, only part of the metal bar actually got the flame, which was this end of it, and that meant the molecules, as soon as they started heating up, started going faster. But remember in our opening movie, pardon me, the hotter molecules get, the faster they move. Well, look what happens with this, and they're in a fixed position. They can't move around. Well, if I start making this one move faster like I've heated it, look what it does to all of its neighbors. It starts smacking into them and making them move faster. And when they're moving faster, that means their temperature's going up. So you have this series of collisions with the particles that are in the solid. They speed up, they bang into their neighbors, and then that makes them get warmer. Because remember, speed is the raised temperature. So on this bar, basically what the atoms in the bar were doing was speeding up here, banging into their neighbors and making their temperature go up, banging into their neighbors and make their temperature, and it was just like a little collision line that went straight up there, and we saw the evidence of that in our graph right over here, in which we saw that red line was the one closest. They had the greatest temperature change, blue one was next, and the green one was last. And that's it. Thanks for watching.